Hello friends, I am Ghulam Mustafa from Data Analytics Consulting, and today we will learn about the advanced Excel's formula, that is sum if. Let's dive into the formula. If we see, there is a small database. If we see it's from the status bar, the database contains 100 data points, and we want to get the sum of, let's say, sum for different countries, different products, for different salesperson with different unit sales, etc. If we see the formula, let's say, as I have already uploaded the video for sum, you can see I have uploaded the link in the description. Let's say if I want to get the let's say if I want to get the total sales value from this data point, I will apply the formula only sum. Why only sum? Because I need total sales. There is no criteria I have to insert in the formula. Open the formula using press tab, then select the whole cells, control shift down arrow, control backspace, then press enter. You can see that I get my desired result easily. You can verify it from the status bar as well. Where is the sum? The value is same, only the formatting is different. The situation has been changed and your manager is asking you to please give the sum for Ghulam Mustafa or any salesperson, etc. Means there is a criteria, so for that purpose we will use the formula of sum if. Now start the formula of sum if. If you see the formula, there are three arguments. One is range. What is meant by range? Range means you will select the whole data set from which you will pick the criteria. Let's say in this scenario, our you can say the range is salesperson, because my criteria is Ghulam Mustafa. That's why I will pick the whole data set from the range. Control shift down arrow, control backspace, then use let's move into the second argument, which is criteria. Now I will pick my criteria. There are two ways to pick the criteria into the formula. One is that you can say insert the text into the inverted commas, Ghulam Mustafa. Please make sure the spell should be correct, otherwise the formula would lead to the wrong results. Now sum range. Sum range, you can see there is a square brackets, means this argument is optional. Your formula can be operated without this argument, but we need the sales. That's why I will select the whole data set for the sales, then press enter. You can see that I get the desired result for Ghulam Mustafa, but I would not recommend this, because in this formula I inserted the criteria into the inverted commas, means I insert the criteria as a constant, but it should be rather than it should be in the variable, or you can say it should be in the reference form. Because let's say if my manager asks me to please give me the sales for Nabil Ali, and for that purpose I have to change my formula accordingly. So let me change this reference from constant to the certain cell, that is I7. Although the result is same, but let's say if I change the name over there, Nabil Ali, my result will be updated automatically. This is basically the theme, or you can say the theme of arguments, how you learn your machine. Let's say if I change the name here, my result will be updated automatically. Now let's move into the other examples as well. I want to get the sales for Qatar. I will apply the formula sum if. Now in this scenario, what is my range? In this scenario, my range is country, because from the country column I will pick my criteria, which is Qatar. Again I will use the I can put my criteria into the inverted commas, but I would discourage this. Always use reference for it. Now move into the last argument, which is sum of range. Select the whole cells. You will get your desired result. Now let me show you what is the benefit to give the reference. Let's say if I change it Qatar, let's say if I change it the country from Qatar to Pakistan, you can see my result has been updated automatically without apply, or you can say without edit any formula. Now if I want to get the sales for Italy, I will use the same formula. My range in this scenario is country, likewise in Qatar. Then what is my criteria? It is in the reference, that is in I9. then move into the sum range. For that purpose I will select the column for sum. That's it. I get my result for Italy as well. Now your manager asks that, yeah, I need to get the result for different products as well. Likewise you can apply this formula for the products as well. I will apply the formula sum if. In this scenario, what is my range? My range would be the products. I will select the whole range. Then I will select my criteria from the cell I10. Then I select the sales for the resultant value. That's it. Magic has been applied. Now you can see all these criteria are from qualitative variables. Now the criteria can be, you can say, tricky as well. Let's say your manager wants to that I need the sales for the units sold that are greater than 150. Then I can apply this criteria into the different way. Let's say again I will select the range. What is my range? Because my criteria is units, I will select the units, whole data set for units. Then I will select my criteria in inverted commas. In this scenario I can't give it to the, you can say, reference here. This is the, you can say, constraint in this scenario, and if you know the idea for it you can share it in my video. Now let's move into the third scenario, which is, that is the sum range. I will select the sales for it. You get your desired result. Lastly, this is more tricky way. Let's say your manager wants that I need sales for all values that are greater than 20,000. In this scenario, what will be my range? In this scenario my range will be the sales, and my resultant cell will also be the sales. What is the criteria? It would be in the inverted commas 20,000, and lastly my sum range would be the sales again. I get my desired result easily. I hope you like the video. Please stay tuned and give your comments in the comments box so that I may revamp and design my course accordingly. Thank you very much.